Most of what I watch on YouTube is commentary YouTube, and of course you can see that reflected in my own videos. I make what I like to watch. I'm definitely not a minority. I am the majority because commentary YouTube is blowing up right now. Pretty much everyone is watching commentary YouTubers, even if it's not exclusively what they consume. Commentary videos are definitely not new, but they are a newer trend in that more and more people are watching them than they used to. Commentary YouTube went from just a few reaction videos on one channel every now and then to whole channels dedicated to commentary with millions of subscribers. So that begs the question, has something changed in what we want out of media and what we want out of entertainment? Real quick, before I jump into the commentary circus of YouTube, I have to say that this video has, I kid you not, a sponsor. So speaking of interests and things that entertain us, today's video is sponsored by Amino. Amino is an app that essentially cultivates a place for people to join communities of similar interests. For example, the very first group I joined when I got on Amino was 21 Pilots related, of course. What else can you expect from me? Amino has some similarities to Discord in that you can join text chat rooms and also voice chat rooms, but I like their voice chat room better than Discord because I can actually see the names of people who are on there and who's speaking, so it's not as confusing. Or maybe Discord has that, but I just haven't figured it out. Amino's is easier. But it's different because there's no exclusive server to join. You can join any group at any time, and it's easier to make friends because you can see profiles and start following each other and interact with each other and also watch each other's stories, which is the next feature of Amino I'm going to talk about. Amino Stories. I've started a little series on there called Psychology Tips for Everyday Life, where I talk about things like depression, stress, anxiety, ways to overcome those, and then just little nuggets of information that'll be useful to you. So essentially you get to skip the whole 4-year degree program where you take core classes and you just get the essential knowledge, unlike me, where I had to suffer. You can find me on there by searching Olivia Kathryn. I'm the one with the check mark because Amino is the only app that respects me enough to verify me. So check the link in the description to download the app, and you can follow me on there, watch my stories, and further boost my ego. And speaking of feeding into egos, let's jump back into commentary YouTube. So right now, commentary YouTube is especially popular among the comedians who do roast commentaries. They don't necessarily educate you on anything, they just make jokes about something. But commentary videos that focus on real criticism, on real problems, don't really get the same traction as the ones that are just meant to be funny or roasting or even maybe contribute to drama. So for example, I wanted to pull in a few videos from one of my favorite commentary YouTubers. His name is Drew Gooden, obviously, because I feel like I mention him in every video. How many videos does it take before it becomes a problem? Now, he's definitely a comedian. He definitely falls under more of the roast commentary, but he's never mean about it, and I never see him invoke drama or hate towards a certain thing. He just kind of pokes fun at it, roasts it, but doesn't do it in a mean-spirited way. But he's made videos where he kind of does research and dissects certain subjects, and those are honestly my favorites of his because I love hearing someone who's very educated on a topic tell me about it. I don't know how to better phrase that. But those videos of his actually don't perform as well as some others on his channel. They definitely don't perform bad. So actually the first YouTube video I ever saw by him was called Efficiency in Comedy, The Office vs. Friends. This video has 2.4 million views, so it definitely did very well. He has 2 other videos that are similar to this one. One is called How Not to Revive a Show, Arrested Development vs. Community, and that one has 1.5 million views, as well as a video titled Is SNL Even Funny, which has the same amount of views. Now for someone like me, 1.5 million views is nothing to bat an eye at. But for Drew Gooden, this is actually on the lower end of the spectrum for average views. For example, he has a video that came out 5 months after his How to Revive a Show, and it has 4.5 million views. Granted, it did have Danny featured in it, and they're an unstoppable duo, so it makes sense. But his video with Danny was funny. They were roasting things. They were cracking jokes the whole time. They weren't really providing, like, serious commentary on a subject that's meant to maybe teach you something or open your worldview in some way. Because who wants to be challenged in their opinions? We love our opinions. We grip onto them, and we want to share them with everyone, no matter how ill-informed they are. We jump at the chance to vote on Twitter or Instagram polls, even if they don't apply to us at all. I'm starting to see more and more polls feature an answer that has nothing to do with the question. It's just like, I don't know, because we want to click it, we want to be involved, and then we also want to see the results because we're dying to know what everyone else thinks. Are we in line with everyone else's opinion, or should we adopt our opinion to that thing since we know nothing about it, but 50% of people said they agree? Many people go to social media as a way to express their opinions on a big platform, but a lot of people, if not the majority of people on social media, do not have a large large following. So they go to people that have large followings that share the same opinion, and they watch those videos just to, one, reaffirm what they already believe because they're not looking to be challenged, and two, it's a form of validation and a feeling that you're involved in something because you believe the same thing that person does, and they're broadcasting that view to hundreds of thousands of people potentially, or even millions. So you feel like you're involved in that. Your viewpoint is getting preached to millions of people, even if you're not the one doing it. And of course, most people on the internet like to exist in a hive mind. Like I said before, we don't want to be challenged on our opinions. So we want to watch people who are only going to talk about the things that we agree with. We don't want to watch those who disagree. And if we do, it's only to make fun of them, or it's only to find a commentary video that's making fun of that person and roasting them and not even really challenging their point of view, but just making fun of things like how they look or how they said something, how they edited the video, or just how dumb they are, but never actually like giving a real reason as to why that opinion's not true or whatever. We want to laugh at people. We don't want to actually have to critically think as to whether or not they're right or wrong. We also don't want to really think that hard for ourselves, so we want to just take someone else's witty response and then repeat it, maybe change a couple of words so it seems like we're contributing a new thought when we're really not. Or we just comment the clown emoji over and over again on Twitter. Stop that. All it does is prove that you can't think for yourself, but you just want to contribute to the hate cycle. And speaking of hate online, let's talk about tea. Something to take into consideration is there a difference between commentary YouTube and drama channels? Because that line has become pretty fuzzy lately. They seem to overlap. Is there a difference? Or if there's not, should there be a difference? So I'm very thankful to say that Tiffany Ferg, who I've been subscribed to for a while, love her channel, definitely check her out. She's going to help me explain this because I can't explain it. So here is what she has to say about it.
First of all, I love the commentary community. I love commentary videos, but something that I've noticed specifically is kind of that there's a fine line between commentary videos and drama videos, because I've seen a lot of commentary channels be accused of being drama channels, using people for clickbait, bullying even.
TBT to when Jake Paul called Cody Ko a bully.
While it is possible for commentary channels to cross that line, I do think it's important to emphasize that anyone posting public content opens themselves up to criticism. So I think that that's the purpose of the commentary community. Either in a comedic way or in a more serious way, we are here to comment on anything. And also I think it's important to kind of maintain our integrity and make sure that we're being fair in our critiques of people. And we need to be careful to not spread unverified information or spread rumors, because that's a big problem within the commentary community. A hot topic pops up and you want to make a video about it and then you realize you were wrong. You know, if that ever happens, I think it's important for us to admit when we're wrong, because again, hello, we're the commentary community. I'm putting myself in here. So if we're going to be critical of other people, then we need to be critical of ourselves.
So my last point is a little more dark, a little more sad. Sorry to leave you on this. I'll figure out something funny to say at the end, I hope. If not, then sorry. I think one of the main reasons commentary videos have become popular is a very obvious thing, but something that no one wants to admit. And it's that we're starved for human connection. Of course we are. Instead of getting stimulating conversations in real life where you can debate back and forth with someone and share opinions, and maybe if they have a different opinion, you can discuss it and either change their mind, change your mind, or come to a standstill and say, hey, you know what, we're not going to agree, but we're face to face, so it's harder for me to say hateful things to you than it is online. We can watch someone talk about the thing we're interested in or annoyed by, or just something funny for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, hours, 2 hours if it's a podcast, which is essentially commentary YouTube just with minimal editing. And boy, is it stimulating. I asked on my Instagram a while back why my followers were drawn to commentary videos, and most of them said they found it relaxing. They found it comforting to just have it on in the background sometimes and not even really listen to what the person's saying, but it feels like maybe you're on the phone with a friend and they're just talking and you can be folding clothes in the meantime and you don't feel alone in your room because there's a voice coming from somewhere that you're familiar with. And like I said before, people love to find someone who can articulate their opinion better than they can. So maybe you couldn't put something into words, but you watch a video and someone's able to put it into words for you. And that's definitely helpful. I'm not against that in any way. Also add in some comedy and you have yourself a makeshift friend. Whether we admit it to ourselves or not, YouTubers want us to like them. I want you to like me. because you're gonna keep watching my videos if you do. YouTubers want you to see them as your friend. They don't want you to see them as a stranger, maybe just some news reporter on the TV. That's the only way we can survive on this platform, is if people like us and support us. And I'm gonna diverge here for a second on something that's not necessarily related to this, but is related to feeling like a YouTuber is your friend. Unfortunately, this creates a sense of entitlement among a lot of viewers, a lot of fans, in that they feel like they are owed something from the YouTuber. The YouTuber has to respond in some way. You have to like the post or comment on it or reply to them or even reply to all their messages or message them back or something. And the person gets angry if you don't because you owe them that. They watch your videos that are free online for everyone to watch. So you owe them your attention and you owe them validation. But here's the thing, I can't validate you. Okay, I'm a stranger. You know me as I present myself online, which is the best, unfortunately, version of myself. I don't mean this to be disrespectful. I appreciate the crap out of everyone who watches my videos, out of everyone who's subscribed, out of everyone who has ever supported me, literally ever, even if you unsubscribed me because you thought I was problematic. I still appreciated you in the time that you were here. I appreciate you, and if we meet in person, I would love to talk to you, but we're not friends because I don't know you and you don't know me, and that's fine. That should be okay. I'm not really sure how to end this video because I'm not really sure where to go from here. Because we've known for a long time that we're missing human connections and that we're substituting interactions on the internet for real human connections. And I'm not saying that internet friends are not real friends or anything. That's not what I mean. It's just that we are starving for human affection. You know, you have your friends online, but sometimes you want someone in the room with you. You want someone to hug you when you're sad, not just someone who texts you saying, you know, I love you and care about you and virtual hug, because while that means a lot and that's very sweet, you're alone in your room at the time. So it's easy to feel lonely even when you have a phone full of people who care about you. And it's hard to tell people like, oh, we'll just go make friends, because obviously if it was that easy, we would have done that by now. We wouldn't be in the position that we're in. But one thing I can say is we should stop holding people like YouTubers up on such a pedestal where they can influence your opinions and ideas with the flip of a switch, or it seems like they can do no wrong in your eyes. So the minute they do something that might rub you the wrong way, suddenly they're canceled and you try to destroy their career. Or watching drama and gossip channels all day where all that does is just get your brain in a pattern of hate and always looking for the negative and always looking for a way to expose someone or always looking for a way to cancel someone. You always look for faults in people instead of being like, well, they probably shouldn't have done that, but they're a human person who messes up and is dumb, just like me, a human person who messes up and is dumb. So maybe I should like actually sit and think as to whether or not this is worth trying to destroy a person over. So I know I sort of jumped topics a lot in this video. I suppose the most obvious piece of advice I could give would be to take everything with a grain of salt. By all means, watch commentary videos, but maybe scale back on the drama ones that just feed into a hate cycle, because the more you watch stuff like that, the more your brain is apt to pick out the negatives in people instead of seeing the positives, because we all screw up, we all make mistakes, and we all make big mistakes at some point in our lives, and most people can get away with those mistakes because they're not broadcasted to an audience. If I make a mistake, suddenly I'm canceled, but someone else makes the exact same mistake, only has 200 followers on Twitter, no one knows, no one cares. Take a step back from drama channels and then analyze a video of, is this roasting for fun? Can the person being roasted enjoy this video? Then it's not necessarily a bad thing to watch. It can be a fun thing to watch. Just like I said in a past video, Cody Ko has made videos roasting people, and then those same people he roasted will reach out to him in Instagram DMs or something and be like, dude, I loved your video. That was awesome. And now he's like friends with people that he's made fun of because he does it in a lighthearted, non-mean-spirited way. And it's okay to watch channels that affirm your point of view and affirm your opinions, but also watch some that don't. Maybe branch out a little bit, see if you can learn something, see if, hey, maybe I don't know a lot about this subject, let me see both sides of it before I decide. And then also do your own research and don't rely on someone on YouTube to tell you what the facts are, because they could be making those up or they got them from unreliable sources. There's no way to tell. As far as the human connection thing goes, if that was an easy fix, it would have been fixed by now. I don't really have answers for that yet. But I can say, stop holding entertainers, YouTubers, actors, whatever, on a pedestal, because they're going to do something to disappoint you. At some point, I'm going to say something you don't like, I'm going to do something you don't like, It's just gonna happen. That's how people are. And if you cut everyone off for doing something you don't like, you're eventually going to have no one. You're not gonna be able to watch any movies, any shows, any YouTubers. You're gonna have no friends, cut out all your family. Anyone who's ever done something that you slightly disagree with, you're gonna have nobody. Because everyone's different and we're all dumb and we're all just trying to figure this out. I hope this video was somehow beneficial. I would hate to think that I sat on my floor for 2 hours filming it and then spend God knows how long editing it just for it to be a waste, but c'est la vie. Please remember to check out Amino because, hey, maybe you can make some friends on there who have different opinions and worldviews and you can expand your mind a little bit. Have the galaxy brain moment. I don't know. There's also links to my Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, Cameo, anything you want. It's down there. It's a full fruit basket. I give to you abundantly. Also, if you like this video, maybe subscribe for more videos like this. And if you didn't like this video, subscribe and I'll try to fix it. Please, give me another chance. I'll fix it. I'll do better, please. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I put my foot in my